This is Alex again with my Smarter Window, and today is the day 6 and the last day of our window installation project at this new construction home in Loundon, Tennessee. We installed about 35 windows here. They've been taped, ready for further exterior and interior trim, which is not part of our immediate project. So let's take a quick look. We'll look at the inside of the house and see how the windows look from the inside, and then we'll talk a little bit about how the homeowner will actually go about trimming both the interior and exterior side of the window. Coming in, so this is a study. Here we have a nice big triple window that pretty much covers at least 70% of the wall here. Every functioning sash in this house is a full tilt and turn window, so it can be tilted in for a lot of fresh air or to say hello to your neighbor, or it can be tilted in, which is how usually you would open such a window. And imagine having a nice big desk here with all this light and also fresh air anytime you want it. You can open the window. If it gets too warm, too hot, you can close it. It is one of the most efficient windows in the market. When you're closing it, you're really closing it. The sash gets pulled in everywhere around the frame. So it's a very easy window to operate, which makes it a very efficient and very functional window. So we have a triple window here. We have a couple singles. Let's talk a little bit about how we actually install this window. So we started with preparing the rough opening. We taped the rough opening per sort of a classical standard. We have 2 layers of stick and peel tape here. One was applied to the rough opening. Second was applied to the wall. They were layered over, and then a couple of butterflies to protect the corners. The window frame itself received the nail fin. We don't use the nail fin to actually nail through because this window is very substantial, and installing it with a nail doesn't work for this window. So the actual window is secured through a very heavy-duty screws that go through the frame. But the nail fin is used for taping. So we taped after installation the sides and we taped the top. Okay. Let's see. Here we have a couple small windows. Let's see. This one is tempered. This is a bathroom window, and then this one is also tempered since we're near a bathroom wet area. All right. Probably this is probably one of the best houses in the subdivision in terms of the view. Look at this wonderful view of the lake. Right now we're in a great room. Again, we have a nice big triple window. We have a little single window, and then we have windows up top. Those are fixed, so obviously you won't be reaching up there to open them, but you're still getting all that beautiful light. Here we have this is a dining room, and just look at the amount of light. And for this project, we went with a fairly aggressive window tint. So it's a 40% glass, as they say, which means it's only letting in 40% of the light. So if you were to say open the window, you'd be getting 100% of the light. If you close it, you only get 40% of the light. With the screen over it, you'll get even a little bit less, which is right for this house because consider how much glass you actually have. The homeowner is very, very happy because that's exactly what they expected, and it's exactly what they got. All right, so this here is a master bedroom. Again, lots of light, beautiful view, and obviously these windows will do a lot to enhance the view of this house, both from the inside and outside. A couple of windows for this sort of a neighbor wall there. So a couple of windows you can tilt in or you can open just like any other window in this house, but they put them up high for privacy. All right. Let's see. This here will be a very nice master bathroom with a nice double window. Again, for a lot of fresh air, to look out in your garden, or to tilt in for your fresh air. And one more little bathroom there, window in the bathroom there, and then we have, as you can see, a double window in the garage. So very, very nice. Lots of light, lots of windows in this house. All right. Probably not the most challenging, but I would still call it the centerpiece of this project, is this beautiful architectural window that has been placed up here. So let's go take a look. It's a much better view from the outside. We'll put a picture in here in this video, but there's that beautiful architectural window. In fact, when the homeowner first brought us the plans, they talked about having this window split in half, and we asked them, why do you want to split it in half? And I said, well, it's because, no, they said, can you do it? So yeah, we can do a single glass window. So that's what we did, and they're very, very happy with this. Let's talk about trimming this window on the interior. There are a couple of ways you can do the return for this window. You could do a return up to the frame, or you can do a return that's going to go a little bit past the frame, which is much easier, and that's what we recommend. What you do is you get this little J channel. This is a 5/8, not a ½ inch, it's a 5/8 J channel. Okay, that's what it looks like. It's about $1.50 or $2 in your big box store. And you cut little pieces like this, kind of like a clip. And so what I did here, I cut about, about 2 inches long, and I also trimmed the shorter end of it to look like this, okay? And this little clip now will easily snag onto this little channel we have on the side of the frame of the window, and can receive a ½ inch material, whatever it is. It could be drywall, or it could be pine, it could be MDF, okay? So this is actually a little bit thicker, so it's not going too well, but that's the idea. And then what you do is, if it is something you can nail through, if it's not drywall, you put a crowbar, you nail right through this, and that's it, okay? And because you're doing this against a window of known size, let's say you have 30 windows in your house, they're all the same, 20 of them the same size, you should be able to rip these up really easily. You don't have to go measure each window. We strongly recommend that you foam this cavity, okay, all the way. And this foam will do two things. It will certainly give you better R value, and it will also hold this nice and tight. So this clip really is not holding it together, it's just helping you sort of push it up against the frame while you're installing it. The foam is going to do all the holding of your trim. You peel it off, and you actually roll it up to this plastic here, and then your trim will come up like this, okay? Okay, so here it is, and we'd like our trim to go this way, okay? And the reason what this will do for you, okay, if you fill out the staple a bit, this will give you wonderful additional protection against any sort of water penetration, okay? So we have this window seal, we have the sticky tape that is protecting your wood, but if water ever goes in, it's nice to have some kind of vertical surface in the back of your window. So what you would do is we pull this up. In general, when we apply it, we actually put something here so we don't have to actually be peeling it off. And there goes your trim, and we put some foam here as well, okay? So this way we sort of build up these layers. We have foam down here, we have our sticky tape that comes up about an inch and a quarter. Here's our trim, and behind it there's also going to be some foam, okay? So this way it becomes a very, very warm window. You have a lot of insulation around the frame, and also because of this vertical surface, you have no water penetration that's going to go into your home. Since the completion of this project, we've actually developed a new and a much better way to do interior trim. What we do is we pre-cut all of the returns and all of the trim pieces, as you can see in these pictures. And since we know the size of each window, we can do this in advance for all the windows. Then we assemble it, and we end up with having something that looks like a picture frame, also with the returns. And we can do it all at once. Then we spray it. By using an airless sprayer, we get wonderful professional finish. There's no nail holes, there's no brush marks, nothing like that. It just looks perfect. And then we just walk up to a window and we basically slip it around the window frame. Because we cut it very precisely, it fits nice and tight. We secure this trim
to the window frame using screws that go through the window frame into the return, and then we just do very light caulking around the edges of the trim to the wall and do some touch-ups. This produces wonderful results, as you can see in the pictures. It looks even better in person, and goes about 2 to 3 times faster than doing it the old way by hand, going from window to window.
Let's talk about trimming this window on the outside. Okay, so this is how we've installed this window, this home. As I said before, we tape the bottom, we set the window in, we tape the sides, we tape the top. So then we installed this window seal, which is also not part of this box window. So this is something that we install on site, and it's foamed from under. What's next? This house will, the homeowner is looking for a flat trim. He doesn't want to do brick molding, so, and he's doing this work himself. So this is in fact kind of his little temporary setup, just something we can show. So that's what he's looking to do, and the seal is cut at about 15 degrees. So you're cutting your side trim also at 15 degrees, and that's about the look he's looking for. Obviously it's a very different window, but this is enough to get the idea across. So that's how it's going to come here. There's a couple of things he's going to do before he installs this trim. He's going to put a little bit of the tape that's going to protect this corner, okay? And then the trim goes on top. Down here, he's either going to do another flat piece, or he's going to butt up siding to this. Generally, if you have a fully window with a full nail fin, you never tape the bottom anyways, because you want the water to come out. So this is why there's no nail fin in our window. We're not taping anything. If the water gets into the siding or whatever, or under the tie vac, it will still come out here, because we built a nice watershed, water surface. All right, that's about it. Thank you.